afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another exciting, another ravishing Propagandacast. With me, a host, Imperial Dane, Master of Propaganda. We are off here to our 1 vs 1 on Samwaski. We shall be watching on the one half Barton PL fighting for the glory of Comrade Stalin and the Soviet Union. Rolling out here for the 15th Tank Corps tasked with clearing up fascist-held villages. Facing off here against Gentlefox, most gentle of foxes. Fighting for Germany, for the Reich. For the Kampfgruppe Widerstein. We're only here counterattack by the immediately chosen here for Barton. For Gentlefox, we're seeing mechanized assault, Festung support, and Jäger infantry. But back to Barton here. 2 conscripts ahoy. Likely more to follow since there's no early buildings going on. And we're also noting here, and this is in fact rather peculiar, sort of an opening here from Barton. He's in fact not rushing for the field, he's in fact rushing here for the victory point by the right hand side. Now that is a very peculiar opening right there from Barton. He might of course be hoping to apply some victory point pressure upon his fascist foe, but still it is certainly peculiar and inordinary. We're seeing here grenadiers arriving. Several grenadier squads here arriving for the Kampfgruppe. Few upon them being joined in that department. Gentlefox will then have a slight advantage in fuel pump, but only for like a brief moment. 3rd conscript squad there arriving for Comrade Stalin's glorious armies. Of course, there's been a patch out, changing things for the Oberkommandowers, giving them more munitions. Not entirely sure that's really going to fix a lot of the primary issues. Also some changes, for example, to Obersoldaten. The MG34 now does more damage, amongst other things, which should make it a bit more useful. Smoke grenades cheaper, that's great. Soviets got a bit more of the Katyusha now, I believe, amongst other things. Not as much otherwise, I think, for the Soviets, actually. For the Wehrmacht, not an awful lot either, sadly. Oh yeah, the Soviet heavy models was actually nerfed a bit. I think that, but not beyond point of use, since it's only the Katyusha only more than makes up for any sort of overall loss in that department. Otherwise, changes to Americans, mortar half-track was made more useful, pack houses as well. I think the pack houses could be a bit excessive, but I definitely think the mortar half-track needed that was a bit too... Well, you know, no matter how much you used it, it barely got any kills, that was not really good. There go the pioneers storming in, firing some schmeissers. Killing those damn Russians. You might have a few Russians hanging around in the cemetery and one already joining the dead there. No, comrades, don't leave me here. I do not wish to die in the cemetery. Then he's here sort of taking up hedgehog positions throughout the buildings, sort of smelling a small line here. A common tactic, in fact, by the Germans was what you can call hedgehogging. That is, they just sort of set up small defensive positions that could sort of support each other here. They're a bit too far ahead, but generally they were saying no interconnecting lines of infantry between them. In this case, again, not quite there to sort of really support each other, but you know, I suppose the thoughts accounts. But more guns are arriving for Gentlefox. Well, technically not in war. In war, the thought doesn't really count as much in actually getting some bastards killed and not your own. Which is why Santa Claus in the end really didn't do much. Other guys engaging the conscripts. Fighting over there. Conscripts sneaking around there, looks like he saw... Oh, scheisse! You know what went down there? Iron was a bit too slow then, getting his fat ass across the water. And one of the pioneers not to go. There we go. Conscripts are sneaking up there behind the German forces. Well done there by Barton. We could see the pioneers going down. Run, Fritz, run! Schnell! And there we go. Fritz, high school champion runner. Never quite understood how he ended up with the pioneers. He'd requested to join the Luftwaffe. But by that time it was too late. Plus he was nearsighted. But no structures up so far. In fact, only seeing the field infirmary up here from Barton. Some guns are remaining here. He could be securing some points of interest enough. He's not been focusing on that. In fact, big 2 points have been slightly here to the advantage of Barton. And this part here has fallen under Soviet influence. And let's continue to mill about here. We're seeing taking up here, so that's actually 4 Grenadiers, and then a light to mechanized company up here for Gentlefox. Led on here by Ober something Fritz. Not Oberfeldwebel, I think he's a bit not good enough for that yet. But there you go, like the machining gun for the Grenadiers. Also, for some reason, they actually changed the sounds for the MG42. I have to admit, it sounds a bit disappointing. I hope that was a mistake and they're going to change it back, or at least there's a logical reason for why it was changed over to that slightly more disappointing sound. You know, it doesn't quite have that, you know, MG42 feel to it. Now mind, you can almost hear, well, every single shot, which is rather the point of the MG42 amongst other things. You couldn't hear every single shot, which in fact was why it was so unnerving for many infantry who faced it. You couldn't count each shot. It simply shot too fast there. Looks like Rafgate, you might go off. No? Apparently not. Flamethrowers are burning red. Grenadiers need to fall back. Get out of the church.
Shock troops awaiting deployment.
The power of God does not equal asbestos. Scheiße, Grenadiers got that went down in return.
Shock troops have arrived.
Panzer Grenadier out here for Gentlefox, and shock troops arriving for Barton. The Sturmovix, as I believe they were called actually. There you go, points being secured over here. Assault engineers in actuality. The right here, they just focus more as rough assault troops.
Red Army, at your service.
With more infantry arriving as well for Gentlefox. Looks like another Grenadier squad to replace the ones lost to the international forces of socialism. Not really much work here from Barton. He's sort of now heading towards a larger force towards left-hand side of the Grenadiers on their own. I mean, they should have a light machine gun and really insistent keeping up there, but I suppose, I mean, the reason it's keeping there is part, you know, just to keep an eye on things. Have a bit of early one. There we go, Panzers moving forward, Sturmgewehr's firing. And there you go, launching an all-out assault. Molotovs have been researched.
The enemy is encroaching on our territory.
Panzers there arriving from another side. Grenadiers falling back. And there you go, getting these conscripts up close. But there we go, Molotov, another frangible of Fury, Doom, and poor Heinrich, who had a bit too much snaps that morning. Bit of fun there. Caught on fire. In particular, since he wasn't really good at drinking and ensuring most of it stayed within his mouth. But there you go, it's running down here like machine gun, opening up the shock troopers. Charging forward. He could pop a smoke grenade up to sort of obfuscate some of the fire going in at him, but apparently decides, you know, he'll have them take it like a man, though of course without endangering himself. And looks like he's about close to bursting into flames like a pair of, well, torches. And then the gun is, oh, scheiße, wiped out. He's a bit too slow, then pulling back here in the face of Barton's Sturmovix. Bit too slow.
The enemy has taken our supply sector.
Panzer is going to need some reinforcement, and there we go, support him company up here for Barton. Shock troopers also in a reasonably good condition. There's still 5 men and only 1 man short. Well, only 1 man short, and you know, largely still breathing, although some of them might have a bit of a hard time due to all the bullets. Quit crying, Yuri! Take it like a man! But I think my penis is missing. Oh.
We are losing supplies to the enemy.
And now you're actually adding an MG42 right now. That was a bit late there from Gentlefox. A bit late. More infantry arriving. Anti-tank grenades going up here, so Barton really adding it to the infantry. Panzer is moving out there. Pioneer's securing. He's got a bit of munitions, but not an awful lot. I imagine there's going up there for light machine guns, sending up here. This is much more appropriate to hedgehogging, I suppose.
80 grenades now available to all conscripts.
But that should definitely make a bit of an advance there from Barton. A bit more difficult. There we go. Conscripts advancing under fire. Shots flaring out. Panzers might want to move up there close support, and the gun is actually not in a good condition, thus falling a bit back. You could have used some of the other grenadiers to heal them, though. That's always a possibility. But there you go, drawing them in to the church and its machine gunners. Panzer's here, quick close up and try and get off a Barton. Well, he's actually pulling back here. Apparently feeling threatened here with Barton's advance. Flamethrowers probably might have a hand in that. Sneaking up, there we go, crossing into the cemetery. Got an MG42 coming here, the Sunderland approach, good, good. But they're going to, ultimately the grenades are forced out over the church itself. And there we go, there's some units are stopped here by the MG42 placed by the tree. And over here to Gentlefox. No command as of yet. No commanders yet, we're 10 minutes into the game. Bounces back into the church. Once more the MG42, I keep, for some reason I'm saying 34. Because that's probably what the sound would be closer to. It really doesn't sound like a 42. And there you go, medic bunker up. Bit of resource also available. He could take up, in fact he might want to consider taking up. Now he's got a nice cache of resources. He's got a sort of decent force, although he's still short one infantry squad again. I mean, he's got 4 squads. I mean, I think he would do without and actually just take up, go for some armor quicker. Or maybe instead, you know, he could have gone for a half track, you know, add a bit more of a frontline presence. I think currently a half track would actually do quite a bit of good. It would actually ensure he doesn't have to retreat all the time. Oh well, liking this is to pop a bomb grenade for the window and set more light machine guns. There we go. The comrades are forced to abandon the farm building. There you go, quick vault, kicking in the door, and shooting up to windows. Quick Molotov here though. Counter group's almost wiped out here by the glorious and heroic actions of the Panzer Grenadiers. And also fuel cache, and that's definitely interesting. I wonder what Gentlefox here could be thinking. And don't send me invites to matches without asking me first. I absolutely hate unsolicited game invitations out of nowhere from people I don't really know. Fuel cache up there. And the Soviet Air Force on them. Of course, we know it's counterattack, so we know it's, of course, just air reconnaissance, though, of course, his opponent might not. Of course, he might think, Scheiße! They're going to strafe us! Why is he just flying around there?
We are losing a sector.
Though, of course, by now he might, of course, then sort of get the idea, oh, my opponent has gone for counterattack. That bastard. But there we go, taking up, finally. Endlich. Quiet here, though. Gentlefox force is a bit frayed here. Could be doing better. And we're noting here a mechanized armor company rolling up for Barton. Another light machine gun up there, so he's going for 4 grenadiers. All with light machine guns, also of course the Panzer Grenadiers, which we probably should move this force to the front line now. In fact, up here north could do with a bit of reinforcement before the situation falls apart. Mortar on the way as well. And there he goes. Battle phase 2 is up. Will he take on? Which would be a... Oh, holy hell, he's actually doing it. That's pretty rare. I think it's been months since I've seen someone who seems to intend to actually skip the support armor corps and go straight onto the heavy panzer corps. I think that's been months. 3 to 4 at least. That's a long time. Crikey. Crikey. We'll have to see how that works out, but there you go, nice push here for the fuel point. He could go for the new, of course, improved CoH2, he could go for H-85s. There's certainly a few options there for Barton. Still no sign of a commander, though, from Gentlefox. I mean, considering sort of current mode. I mean, first-line support could work, or right relief infantry will sort of replace losses, gain more forces. Mortar half-track, artillery of his own could work out well. Jaeger infantry could also work with ambush, camouflage, those are allowing his troops sort of hide here and there. That would be an option. I suppose we just want to go on the offensive. Mechanized assault would also do right. I mean, he's definitely got a few options, but doesn't seem to be sort of, you know, going for them. But there you go. Battlefield. And there you go. We're seeing for Mother Russia up here. Barton's going all in. Well, mostly in, anyways. Assault chanting in the MG42 trying to fire away, but sprinting through there, at least some get past it. Others aren't quite as lucky. The MG42 has been left on its own a bit. There we go. Grenade as well. And there we go, the CoH2 has arrived. And there we go, launching an assault from missile. We do see them mortar firing, but ultimately it's not fast enough. A head-on assault here, Barton. madly charging forwards from every conceivable angle grenades they're firing, but being burned out of the church premises. And there you go, in fact, setting up right by the exit of the building. Good job there. Gentlefox here might have been a bit too slow, then more swords running away. Things getting ugly, and there you go, heavy panzer caught up. Been ages. And he lost one grenadier squad, and he dropped an LMG there for the Russians to use. That is very bad news. And, Scheisse Dieter died, and he dropped one as well. That's 2 LMGs dropped, but there we go. Soviets get the penalty after for Mother Russia. Afterwards, are reminded of the hangover. And thus there's a chance here for Gentlefox to really push back now as long as it lasts. I mean, he's got a grenadier squad here, veteran 2 and 2 light machine guns. That's a lot of firepower on 4 guys. And of course, he's not quite aware, of course, there's a CoH2 of 18 loaded with rockets. They're not the biggest ones. We actually had one that fired even bigger rockets, though. Not quite nearly as many. And there you go, light machine gun up for the Russians. And there you go, heavy panzer corp. He's not far away from getting a Panther. Mortifying here, the communists not going to hold up much longer. Panthers need to advance up here, I think. And there you go, Katyusha Barras unleashed. Full retreat in here. And showing you this map with this particular bottleneck, I mean, Katyusha is definitely going to turn out to be a good purchase in the long run, even if in this case, I mean, only killed 2 men. Though I imagine Gentlefox is quite relieved that it only killed 2. March was up here for the Pioneers, which is not worth that Barton might be mining things up. He's gained the village finally. I mean, Gentlefox was able to hold that for some time. But now, of course, Barton might be back with a vengeance and a few high explosives. So closing in there on the Panther. Maybe. I mean, he could go for a Sturmpanzer 4, but I would not find that advisable initially. The Panther would be a initially more wiser choice. Then they go setting up the remainders of this small building here with a light machine gun. More light machine guns on the way for Gentlefox. Then after that, cut down to a bit more forwards then. Conscripts caught up there. Whatever shall Barton's next move be? I mean, he could be rather close to KB1 now, actually. That's some heavy armor that way. Panther if available again. Panther would be a wiser choice since it's gone for that tier. And in particular because, I mean, he's actually doing something a bit surprising. He's not got a single anti-tank weapon. He must be feeling very confident. Then keep things going on to that, or that Barton's not going to go for any sort of early armor. He's definitely not what you usually see. And there you go. Panzerkampfwagen 5 on the way here by the 17-minute mark. There's a close. Scheisse. Caught in the water. Can they make it? Or can he make it now? I mean, most of them didn't. They're face down in the water. Pretty much floating bodies. But there you go. KV-1 arrives here, the Clement Voreshilov. Heavy tank. One of many tanks based on that chassis. There, of course, the KV-2, the KV-8, and there was also the KV-85, which used the same gun as the T-34-85. I think turret was from the IS-1.
The enemy is attempting to steal our sector.
Point there being secured.
Standing by.
But soon the Panther will be gefechtsbereit, ready to strike down the communist threat. Meanwhile, troops are sneaking about here.
Panther ready.
And there you go, Panzerkampfwagen 5. Could upgrade the Panther, but still, no commander yet. We are approaching 20 minutes. There's still no choice of a doctrine there by Gentlefox. And I can't help but feel that's a bit of a bad thing, if anything. Well, of course, I have to see how things work out. A frontal Panther first, well, they failed there on the KV-1. Panther rolling about, they're going to hit the strike with the rear armour with its high velocity 75mm gun. Ooh, just, come on, Dieter, just drive. There we go, nice shot on the KV-1. Then he's holding up here with a light machine gun, maybe 2, who knows. There you go, conscripts rushing up, and looks like, oh, another for Mother Russia. There we go. Now, it looks like the Panther's actually having a bit of a hard time. There we go, down to half health, but at the same time, shots being fired there against the Panther. Anti-tank grenades unleashed as well. Conscripts up here went down to the grenadiers. Now, veterans, he flee. Oh, they don't. They survived! Just barely, though. And there you go, manages to damage the engine against the Panther. Now that's actually bad news there for Gentlefox. To find out the light machine gun on the way. A bit surprising he didn't get one earlier. Now he needs to actually pull back the Panther to a safe point. And there you go, the shock troopers just charging in. They're going to clear out that building by ruthless force. They're going to just unleashing everything they've got there mustered and hidden away. But of course, sitting up there in front of the versus one window. The gunners will need to fall back. Scheiße, and they dropped another light machine gun. No. Bit too slow there, a bit too slow there. Gentlefox, but there we go. Once more the hangover sets in. Rocket strike going in there from the Katyusha. Striking up more kills. Panzers could actually easily hit close in and deal up damage on the shock troopers since they're now again much weaker. There we go, Veteran 2 in fact. Parney seems to have taken a bit of a hammering. Interesting enough, he's not pushing in with the Panzers despite again, you know, having an otherwise good chance. And there we go, they're retreating now. Grab the light machine gun, Dieter. And it's time for the mid-game analysis. Currently chasing his Gentlefox is a bit on the back foot. His initial Panther running into a bit of trouble there without infantry support. And also a lack of a machine gun. I think also in part the lack of a doctrine hampered him a bit there. His infantry is bleeding out a bit and he's sort of... I mean, otherwise he's got the advantage, but in the other department he's a bit behind again infantry-wise. Artillery-wise, Barton's now bearing down with a large Katyusha. And of course, Countech could of course also mean a B4 might be added to the mix eventually. I mean, he really sort of needs to get back on his feet. And he needs a bit more infantry again. And needs to pick up that light machine gun. And of course, the question is, what could he then sort of fill up from the Panther? I mean, in part, he also needs to move up the Panther. I think here, where the opponent isn't going to expect him, but whatever it is, I mean, he's going to be a target for the rockets. So, the less of an obvious place he's repairing that Panther, the better. And the faster he could get repaired as well. I mean, getting another Panther though, right now, that would be a good choice. I mean, adding in a bit more armor to sort of strike down the opponent. And I really think you should consider getting up a doctrine. I mean, the current situation... I mean, festering support could work to sort of help with the attritional aspect, which is certainly hurting a bit. With relief infantry, could sort of absorb some of the losses. You could get his own artillery. You could also get smoke bombs and mortar half-track. I mean, it'd be sort of, you know, a bit more support in that department. Jaeger infantry could work again, you know. He could get some ambush camouflage, maybe Jaeger upgrades, though again, all that machine guns, maybe not. But, you know, like artillery, all the Stuka close air support, I suppose, could be worked some. I mean, you could also go for this, you know, add in some other armor. You could add in a Stuki to sort of help punish the infantry. That would actually serve him quite well. Mechanized assault groups could also work in that department. He could just go for a Tiger, I suppose. I mean, there's certainly all three here are valid options. The question is merely, what will Gentlefox go for? What will he decide he sort of wants to focus on and sort of, you know, excel in? As for Barton, again, you know, infantry looking wise, armor, he's in a bit of trouble. And again, if you keep that Panther damaged and ensure it doesn't get repaired, he'll still sort of have the advantage. In particular, and get to add in more KB1s. Otherwise, you know, B4 howitzer could also prove to be quite for the strong as, you know, further artillery striking down upon Gentlefox's force. And again, I mean, he's really got his other unique part here, sort of artillery again, thanks to the design of the map. This is again an absolute artillery bottleneck. It was in the first game, and it's certainly here as well. And certainly the Katyusha is able to exploit that quite handsomely with its barrages. So I mean, he can keep that up, and again, to some extent, of course, he's going to need to protect the Katyusha. I mean, certainly he's a bit weak here. Sneak assault with the Panther, for example, could actually risk knocking out the Katyusha. Though again, it would be certainly a bit surprised there because not a players would probably think of it. But still, it's a not possibility there. It's a possibility there. He's also got a ton of missions. He's also been good use of his commander so far. I think he's pretty much used almost everything except the B4. And so he also makes some good use there of for Mother Russia, so that's lovely. But more armor would be an idea, though he might also consider saving up for an initially found sort of help deal with a Panther, because I mean, even 1 to 2 KB1s will struggle a bit versus the Panther, in particular get some good veterancy. Then Gentlefox will be able to sort of lay down the jackboot of Reich Justice much more severely upon the shins of Barton or whatever. So that is certainly something there to keep in mind. But over to Barton and back to ours in terms of that, almost forgot about that. Extremely close. I mean, we're talking about a margin of like 32. I mean, that's short there also in terms of kills. Slight advantage to Gentlefox, but you know, not by much. But back to the fight here. Switching to the Kampf. But again, that Panther needs repairs. And that light machine gun needs to be taking. Well, there you go. K1 going in against the Panther. Panther Kampf Bangfoot versus K1. Fun fact about the initial design of the Panther, it looked awfully much like a T-34-76. later on the Germans decided that was a bit silly and sort of decided to change that a bit. But a little fun fact.
Red Army, at your service.
Another K1 available, B4 also available, Stalin Sledgehammer. Another barrage, and again, you know, he's making a bit of a mistake here as you're just leaving it directly in the most obvious artillery zone. Which certainly only makes the Panther and the crews repairing it more obvious, of course also just, you know, increases the chance of Barton actually killing something and pretty much scoring jackpot, if you will, with a load of rockets. Because they're holding up the northern point. More forces from Barton are being mustered to throw that off. Panther repair closing in. I mentioned one that is good. That would open up for blitzkrieg tactics. And there go the assault lines that comes coming in there from the north. Looks like he's not paying attention. That could be a chance of about. Oh, never mind. Never mind. Of course, now surrounded by a wall, he will be uncovered in one spot, so he has to make a quick decision here. Does he find? In which case, he needs to focus on one spot. And there you go, Molotov as well. Good job there. In the end, Gentlefox was a bit indecisive then. Barton took advantage of that using his larger forces, which individually might be weaker, but again, could he still overwhelm a stronger German unit on his own. Panther almost repaired, almost, but again, note, very sort of tight configuration. And then again, note also the position. It is not solid repair tactics there. Not solid. I need to recommend, you know, players to take mind of this and, you know, try not to repeat it. But there you go, at least he didn't lose too much, although I think he still got a bunch of pioneers. Tunisia versus conscripts. And another nice Molotov. Well, not nice for the Germans, obviously. And there you go, a B4 howitzer has arrived. Stalin Sledgehammer. A very big gun. And again, trying to repair it here. Close effective one, that's lovely. Smoke grenade up here. Wonderful, wonderful jump. There go the B4 fires and managed to knock a really big hole in the dirt. But good use of smoke there by Barton. But the Panther strikes through, gaining veterans one in the process. Another K1 available here if you decide to go for it. He does. Sliking versus Shock Troopers going to be supporting up. Attempt to secure the point is quickly hampered here by the Katyusha and a fresh barrage. And here trying to get the Shock Troopers with a bit of shooting and also crushing. Oh! Could he do it? There we go, looks like he crushed Dimitri there. And there we go, K1 versus Panzer 5. And there you go, the K1 rolling. Another B4 strike. Makes a really nice splash, but not much of an impact upon the Germans. And they're going to use holding up the church. That's not really going to serve us very much with sort of deterrent in the longer run. Still no sign of a commander there by Gentlefox. Quick check there. Oh, he's gone for Jaeger infantry. Of course, I have to see how he plays out with that one then. KB1's running back, and there you got another barrage. Barton, they were late to fire some rockets in the general direction of his opponent. There you go, nice right there. Half a Panzer Grenadier unit wiped out. And the church went down. Oh, he's striking up here, might be going for the B4. But at the same time, I think a safer choice would actually be going for the Katyusha here. A bit too late for that now, but there we go, moving up there. B4 and calling in a artillery strike. Note though, the light artillery strike they're available for Jaeger infantry, in fact, the Wehrmacht, is not really effective at clearing out a B4 in a permanent fashion. I mean, he's going to be recruited again, so ultimately he's not achieving much there. It's actually a bit of a waste of munitions, to be fair. I mean, he'd probably been better off actually aiming straight there for the Katyusha and trying to catch it, though. It was certainly involved a bit more risk in some other regards, but that was just a waste of munitions. if I have to be fair, but there you go. Assault going up here, you actually use this to sort of distract. Actually allow him to push off up here. Good job there though, good job, well played. Barton's forces striking in here. MG4 turn Panther acting as the bulwark. A bit more infantry though, support might be good. Oh dear, bit infantry close in, just a very close quarters battle. I should almost say something entire grenadier squad. Well done there.
Enemy forces are attempting to capture our territory.
Pioneers, there we go on the other hand, did go down. Not much chance as well, though the conscripts now once more hung over. Nice shot on the K1, almost took it out. He could charge in and try to knock it out, but Gentlefox holds himself back, gentle as ever.
Enemy forces are neutralizing a sector.
No, it looks like he's now moving in. That kind of feels a bit too late there. A bit of a missed opportunity in delivering a more crippling blow there to Barton and his armoured forces. K1 maximum anti-engine here on the frontal armour of the Panther. There we go, Veteran 2! Veteran 2, and we do see Schurzen up. That'll definitely make the Panther a much tougher foe to deal with there for Barton. Not Gentlefox, I mean... Gentlefox not the one facing the Panther, he's the one using it. And this is definitely now a very losing engagement here for Barton's KV-1. And we actually seen a second Panther. More armour of the more vicious kind is being rolled forward here to support the Germans. A second Panther. Victory point being secured. Panther though should be pulled back for repairs. He should definitely be getting all his pioneers up to repair it. In fact, train some more. Getting that Veteran 2 Panther in tip-top shape ought to be his primary priority right as of now. Of course, that is definitely going to be a massive threat here to Barton, if well used. Is what he was aiming for. Quiet here. And a very loud rocket barrage here from the Stirling organ, as was known. Right, sorry about that. Occasionally, for some reason, Chrome decides to hang around just even after I close it down, which seems... The CoH2 advancing, rockets firing, B4 also there. Barton's, I mean, definitely building up his hand here. And for Gentlefox to chain this, is really relies on getting that Panther back as quickly as possible. Just flying back his opponent. There we go. He already went down there before the front of the Panther. Crushed beneath many tons of German steel. And there you go, getting initiative 5 sort of deal with the Panthers. Good, good. The K1s will definitely struggle with this kind of armor concentration and will definitely initially fight to provide the bigger punch there with its 85mm gun. Still, no real efforts there towards repairing that Veteran 2 Panther again. That really ought to be a massive priority right there for Gentlefox. I cannot state how much of a priority it ought to be. Well, my apologies for all these technical slight issues there. My sincerest apologies. Barton though forging on, he's definitely going to be doing it a lot more confidently soon. We're seeing that Gentlefox is feeling a bit fed and actually pulling up a damaged Panther here. Less, maybe a quarter of the health, maybe less than that. Bit of a sign of desperation there from him, but there you go. Nice dual strike there against the K1, almost taking out one. In fact, one more volley could knock it out, but no, gets out of there, gets out of there. Panther comes under fire from the 5. And there you go, focus side up, and we go another shot, but this time bounces. Panthers have to pull back now, and there you go, 2 pioneers are up, but again, feels a bit late there. He got a round to actually doing, and now he also needs to get the other Panther back in fixed shape as well. Back to Gentlefox. The pressure's definitely increasing. Now he's getting up at 40. I feel that's a bit late. Also, in fact, he'll soon have access to Stuka close as it, but I think that well time might prove a bit advantageous, or at least helpful. And goes up losing to the consequence of the light machine gun.
Tank gun has arrived.
Only Dieter makes it a V, and even then he might not. Oh, there we go. The shit saved him.
Yes.
Well, there you go. Both Panthers pull back all the way back. Ah, oh, one pilot near almost wiped out. One pilot needs to get to work there. And there you go. He is focusing on the veteran 2. That is good. Barton's advance continues. He's flying straight into the base here. And all the infantry clump here is definitely making for easy targets. So he's actually firing a bit short. Much to Gentlefox's luck, I suppose. And you're holding up things here, and a small unit sneaks up to the far right. There you go. Panther almost finished and repaired. And using the K1 to actually capture territory. Nicely done that. Pack 40 moving up. And the B4 strike. Hoping to catch something there. He's basically doing interdiction, hoping he can catch something there for a off travel point. And also very congested point. But there you go, managed to escape with the grenades, so we have to take the point back. But up north as well, a bit of action, the contract forced away. There you go, Panthers almost ready to make the big push, and also the Stuka close air support is ready, the Luftwaffe is ready to strike if need be. And I think a well-timed use of that could provide a few extra strikes that might allow Gentlefox the advantage in the fight. Of course, I've seen there you go again, clubbing up things, he needs to be a bit careful with that. There you go, engagement up, Panther, Pack 45, nope, pulling back though. There we go, Panther versus K1, Blitzkrieg as well. Other Panther should get moving. Schnell, vorwärts! And he's rushing up here, but he seems to have underestimated Barton. There's a mine in the way, in fact several. Barton, of course, having learned from the last time, and there we go, a big mistake there by Gentlefox. Oh, he's moving straight into the second mine, the engine's wrecked. Bad news then, all three vehicles here climbed up. Now good strike for close air support. Pack 40 falling there. Call in the Luftwaffe. Call in the Luftwaffe. You should get the other Panther moving though, just for the hell of it. Instead of hanging it there, the closer you can get closer to the fight, then the better. Pack 40 firing. Still no sign of the Luftwaffe. Again, I think it really could have helped him here. It can help him still. Panther dueling, other one moving finally. Pack wrecked. Still no sign of the Luftwaffe. Panther almost wrecked there. And I definitely think had he gone... Oh, he got the H-85 there, good job. But I think if he got the Stuka, he might have been forcing the opponent to be a bit more cautious. He's even pulled back from the fighting scene, which would overall allow him a bit better chance there. And also maybe allow his Panther here to be a bit more aggressive. So again, I can't help but feel here that Gentlefox rather failed to make full use of distraction there. Again, he also underestimated Barton there rather severely, which is, you know, always something you want to be careful about. I mean, any opponent, of course, and not just Barton. Pack 40 wants to do that B4 firing again. Not really having much luck here today. Panthers should just keep on moving. Schnell. Third one on the way. This is definitely a bit of a rare gem of game in that department. There we go, though. Being attacked from several sides. He should pull things a bit back here, hoping they can keep the V unexposed, but it might be too late now. K1's moving forwards there. Shots bouncing, but penetrating as well. This close, they definitely will have a better chance of defending the Panther, particularly if they get behind it, which is clearly what one of us is trying to do there with the heavily damaged engine Panther. Sadly, the other Panther's not being repaired. He's not got sufficient pioneers. Close to Veteran 3 here, but sadly it will be too late. And there we go. Just before it hits Veteran 3, the Panther goes up in a big ball of fire. And overall, the damage inflicted at Gentlefox is now rather crippling. 48 kills by the other, because means really again taking advantage of things done here. And a bit, you know, the fact that Gentlefox was a bit careless around there. Continually. So, roll. Very bad situation here. A third Panther arrives just after the highly veteran Panther went up in flames and smoke. Moving forward. Another bit of air recons. There you go. Panther down. Had no chance. Panther fast failed to penetrate. Found the K1. And there you go. Panther simply getting up maneuver. The rear is exposed. The KV1s are there. And there you go. GG from Gentlefox. GG from Gentlefox. There you go. Panther with a damaged engine. Last one moving in. There you go. One went down, but ultimately the Panther did get wrecked. It was simply outgunned here. And outnumbered. Well, not outgunned, basically outnumbered there. And, you know, didn't play to his advantage, which really is its range. But in the end there, a nasty little Brutus match. And again, a rather rare, again, you know, too many agains, in fact. But that's another match, I think. But still, heavy Panzer Colt, he went straight for it. It's rather rare to see him outplayed again. It's rather expensive. I mean, he managed sort of thing to pull it off reasonably well. I think in the end, though, the problem was there weren't sufficient pioneers at all times to sort of keep them repaired. That was one issue in particular. He chose a really poor point there to get a repair. I think that really hurt him in terms of, you know, getting him back in fully operational state. I also think due to the fact there was so much shooting there, he should have had a half-track up sort of allow him to reinforce a bit more on the front line there. I think that would have benefited nicely. But also the late choice of a commander hurt him considerably. And then, of course, that one engaged from there. I think, you know, partly he underestimated Barton again. I mean, you'd not expect the player to sort of, you know, again, pull that off twice without the opponent, you know, mind that off, in particular a veteran player like Barton. So that was a bit of a silly mistake there. That hurt him in part. Batlag, of course, was then backing into another mine, losing the engine completely. But also, you know, right here, again, with all those things close in, I think he should have gone for the Luftwaffe support, but that never quite happened then. Again, the poor doctor usage overall only benefited Barton, who on the other hand used every ability. He used recon flight several times. He used for Mother Russia. He used the B4. He used the KV1. He used shock troopers. I mean, he used it all. I mean, he made use of his tanks. The CoH2 definitely very powerful now. Maybe again a bit too powerful. But certainly on this map, it's really powerful again due to this spot here. And Barton really went for it. There was never any attempt here from Gentlefox to knock it out, which is definitely a bit of a shame there. The B4 rather served as a target for Gentlefox, rather drawing things away from the CoH2, which clearly did more damage. Clearly. I mean, overall, I mean, Barton, yeah, was a bit of a risky stage there, but again, you know, the mistakes there by Gentlefox allowed sort of hold on with it. The SU-85 was a bit late there. Had the Panther been a bit better maintained early on, I think he would have done a lot more damage with it. I think he could have done a lot more grievous harm to Barton. But in the end, though, that did not happen again. There was mistakes with the Panther, and ultimately Barton succeeded in the name of the motherland. So there you go. I hope you enjoyed this match. Again, my apologies for the slight technical difficulties. But anyways, I hope you enjoyed. I hope you learned something. If you did want to subscribe, tell your friends, share it with everyone. If not, you know, send in a replay or provide some feedback. If you'd like to support, either consider turning off AdBlock if you're using it, or feel free to donate. There's a link to PayPal in the video description. This is Imperial Dane saying cheers and goodbye.